Hello there, welcome back to Data Minds Academy. In today's video, we will be seeing the difference between all and all except DAX, which is used in Power BI. So mostly users get very confused while using these two DAX in their formula. So we will be exploring what is the exact difference between these two DAXs. So here I'm having a simple table wherein I have just drag drop the product category and I'm having the sales for that particular product. Now, I will explain you everything about the all DAX which is used. So what I will do, I will create a sales measure and in that I will be using all for that entire table. So let me create a measure first. I will name it as sales. In bracket, I will type all is equal to calculate, and under calculate, I will give the expression or the aggregation which I want. So I want sum of sales from orders table, and then I will apply the filter, which will be the all filter, and I will apply this all filter on the entire table. So here what does it says, it returns all the rows in a table or all the values in a column, ignoring any filters that might have been applied. So here you have two options. You can either give entire table name or you can also specify particular columns. So first I will give it an entire table name, which is orders table. I will close the bracket and I will just drag and drop that measure in this table. So let me drag and drop it over here. So you can see now it is ignoring these filters of product category, which is coming from the same table, which is the orders table. Now I will also add other columns here. Let me add order priority. So you can see the simple sales column is giving me all the sales for that particular order priority. But here once again we can see that this sales measure which we have created using the all DAX, it is giving us the only the same value across all the order priority. Now why it is happening is it is ignoring all the filters from the orders table, or you can say it is ignoring all the columns which comes from the order table. So instead of the entire table, I will specify it a column name, which would be order priority. Now, if I hit enter, you won't be noticing any change because I have specified it that it should ignore this order priority filter. Now, let me add another column from the same table. So let me add customer segment. So you can see if I'm adding customer segment, it is bifurcating it on the basis of the customer segment. But when I'm adding order priority, it is not doing any filtration. So this is how all functions. It ignore all the filters which is coming from a particular table if you are specifying the table name, or also you can specify the column name. And I have specified it one column. You can also add other columns. Let me also add customer segment over here. So you can see now the customer segment also it is giving us same value across all the customer segment. Let me add region over here now. So if I'm adding the region, you can see it is giving me different values across different regions. So this is how all functions. It ignores all the columns if a particular table name is specified, and it also ignores a specific column which we will be specified in this all DAX. Now let's move on to the all except DAX. So here again, let's create a new measure. So I will create a new measure for this. I will name this measure as sales, and in bracket all except, and I will again calculate the sales, sum of sales from orders table, and I will use here all except. And you can see here what it tells us, it returns all the rows in a table except for those rows that are affected by the specified column filters. So here you have to get the exceptions. You have to specify that what filters should get applied to that particular measure which you are creating. So here I will specify region only for now. So you cannot give the directly the column name. First you have to give the table name and then the column name. So I will specify the table name, which is orders table, and then the column name from that particular table, which is region. I will close the bracket, and let's drag and drop this into this table. I will drag and drop it over here in values. So you can see it is giving us same value across all product category because we have only applied exception for region. So let me add the region. So if I'm adding the region over here, it is giving me different values for different regions. Means region is able to filter this measure which we have created. But if I'm adding any other column from the same table, it won't filter it. So let me add product category. So here again, you will see I'm getting same values across all the product category. Let me add order priority. So you can see it is giving me the same values across all the order priorities. So here also, I have only specified one column, but you can also specify more than one column. Let's say I also want to give it order priority. So here you can see for order priority also, it is giving us different values. When these two columns are able to filter this sales value, which we are calculating, but all the other columns which is coming from the same table won't be able to do that. So when to use each functions? Here's a rule of thumb. Use all when you want to completely ignore filters for comparisons, percent of total calculations, or grand totals. Use all except when you want to ignore most filters but still respect certain ones like region or year. Now you know the differences, and more importantly, you know when to use each. If this was helpful, hit like and subscribe for more quick and clear Power BI tips. And in the comments, tell me which one do you use more, all or all except.